don't think we're live yet, right?
Yeah, we are. I think we're good. Yeah, we're live. All right. Perfect. You got Duke?
He's ready to get put on.
Okay. We'll wait a bit to bring everybody on. Just want to double check. Can everyone hear me? Hello. Hey, Carrie Ellen. Can you hear us? Just wanted to double check. Oh, okay, perfect. Great. We'll wait for everyone to come on board, but we have a furry friend joining us because if you guys didn't notice, we are actually not at Remax. We are in the Firehouse. So we have the Firehouse mascot. Woo! Joined today. He's going to be presenting about insurance, and actually he's the brains of the operation. So he will be the actuary. So he'll tell you everything about actuarial science and how people make rates. He's a smart guy, I swear. No, perfect. Yeah, exactly, the puppies. Woo! He's the little guy, but he might get a little yappy, so we'll bring him on in the end. Perfect. All right. You want to come on board?
Yeah.
So sorry. Okay, we'll just wait a little bit longer, and then, perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
it's perfect. Okay, great.
I'm gonna unplug us.
And then we also have Chelsea scooching in as well.
Hi guys, how are ya?
So again, yeah, we have with us a new face, actually. I know you guys saw our mugs last month, Chelsea and myself, but we had Lou actually joining us to be going over a few slides too. And we'll be introducing him. He's got an interesting part in Firehouse, in a real Firehouse and Firehouse. So
Right.
we'll be going into it.
Hi, everyone.
And also, so today we're going to be talking about quoting and what it looks like on your end and our end. So we like to be fun with our little things and quote who? I wasn't listening. We're not quoting anybody. We're quoting you. I don't know. But another fun thing, so we're actually giving away a gift card in this presentation, just for viewers who want to stay kind of on the edge of their seat, and just want to let you know you might want to take extra notice to this logo right there. That's going to be what the gift card is given away on, and we'll talk more about it later, but just make sure you pay special attention to these guys. Okay. Perfect. So again, a little bit about us. So we're Firehouse Insurance in the actual Firehouse. Again, we're presenting on our presentation for the projection, and we're actually over in Marymount, and we're operating out of an old school firehouse. So I know we're looking around and we saw this building, and Chelsea actually named it out, and she was like, let's check this out. So it was kind of interesting, but I don't know if Chelsea wants to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we loved it. You know, we're big architecture buffs. We love all the old history in Cincinnati and Marymount's old historic district. We were out here walking around one day and saw this place for lease, and we just loved the good juju that this building had from all the firemen and police officers that protected our community long ago. And that's what we strive to do as insurance agents, and definitely should be something all of your agents should be doing for you. So we fell in love with it and just ran with the whole branding. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then this guy can speak a little bit on that.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, we're over in Marymount on the east side of Cincy. I know Mara's over on the west side. So okay, me and Lou are west siders, so we're holding it down. Oh, okay, perfect. And then next, we'll just introduce everybody. Start with Chelsea.
Yeah. Hey guys. So I am a Miami University grad. I started out in medical sales a lifetime ago, and then I've been in insurance for about 5 years now.
I'm Louis Valachi. As Vinny said, I also work in another firehouse. I'm a Cincinnati fireman. I just graduated from the University of Cincinnati, and I knew Vinny since I was a kid, and I've always been interested in insurance. So I texted Vinny once he started Firehouse, and he brought me aboard.
Yeah, so our branding runs with our employees. We got the firemen in the building. We'll be making a probably a calendar shoot next year. So 21, we'll be on there. No, I'm kidding. And then, as you know, I'm Vinny. I'm an Elder grad, UC grad. Started insurance about 5 years ago, same time as Chelsea. And yeah, everything has been placed well so far. So, alrighty, perfect. Again, look at these logos. Look how cool they are. All right.
Pay attention to how many.
Okay, so we're gonna start off kind of similar how we did the last time around, because a lot of people still are kind of curious on if we offer the insurance or not. So actually, Firehouse Insurance, we are brokers. So that means that we go through 20 other companies to find you, the customer, the best rate. So we go through that. We have special partnerships with all these companies. And basically, we're working for you. So we're your liaison from A to C, us to the company, and you're in there in the middle. So we always like to let you know every year on renewal on what you're looking at, and we'll always re-rate you every time. So, and again, here are a few of our companies that we work with. Again, you can count them down, more than 20. So.
Good thing about this, guys, is that we don't have a commission we have to hit. There's no quota that we're trying to shove into one company. We can really give you a full analysis of where your insurance is, and you are our number one priority. We really don't have any kind of affiliation with having to do some kind of quota with this company or anything like that. So when you go with a broker, I find you get more of a true analysis of what's going on, but you also get a ton of good customer service.
Yes, absolutely. Hosted by your own. And the cool thing is we give out our actual cell numbers. It's not a 1-800 number where you're waiting to talk to a robot. We know it's 2020, robots are real, but we'd rather you had talk to us. So, okay, cool. And sorry, I'm just gonna scroll down, see if I missed any comments. Okay. Ooh, Carrie Ellen had one. Okay, so why is it better to go with a brokerage than go with one of those other companies? Well, good question. So you can, by all means, go through these companies directly. The benefits going through a broker is that since we already have access to all these companies and all your information, it's literally a click of maybe 5 buttons, and then we'll see new rates upon your renewal. And then on top of that, when you are shopping around, you're like, hey, Vinny, I want to check out, and not to name names or play favorites, but I want to check out Grange, Safeco, MetLife, Progressive. I usually tell all my customers and clients, hey, I'll do that for you so you don't have to waste your whole month and a half to do that. So I'm kidding. But of course, it is a bit time consuming going through each and every company. So that is why.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have
Exactly.
ever gotten a quote and then you call in to finalize it online and they're like, you know what, we didn't run your MBR, so now it's double because you had a speeding ticket. That's something that you can be sure when you work with a broker, you work with a professional, they're going to make sure they're sending you final rates, and you don't have to go through all the hoops of getting a maybe quote and getting something that's inaccurate, spending your time online. You can just text one of us, you can call us. It takes about 10 minutes, and then you have verified quotes from all 20 companies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then again, here's some reasons on why to broker. So, and these are common misconceptions, but I think the biggest one is people always ask, what's your fee with this? And honestly, we don't have a fee. Our services are free to the public. So basically, I like to envision us working for you. So you employ us when you come with us. So, but basically, the way we get paid is just through the company directly. So it's just an additional, I guess, source that they are looking at. So Firehouse is an extension of them. So again, they pay us directly. Nothing really comes out of your pocket. It's just the company. So that's pretty nice. And again, renewals every year. We like to joke about it, but usually if you're with one company, you're with one agent, sometimes those renewals will creep up on you until it's science actually, but it'll creep up on you until you're like, wait a second, this doesn't look right. So they'll have you in about 4 years by that time, by that number usually kicking in. So that's how that works. And again, we'll be on your side. We're your main part of communication. So we're going to be talking to you directly, and we're definitely going to be touching base with you a few times a year. So it's good to know. And we're local. So you're always going to get somebody in Cincinnati, if not Ohio.
And Kentucky.
Ooh, Kentucky, yes. Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, a few more, Tennessee, but Michigan too. I'm going to just put this forward a little bit so you guys can see that a bit more clear. But I quoted Christina, I think Aguilera there. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. But what a quote wants, what a quote needs. So honestly, there's 3 ways to do it. But the first way is the foolproof method. Just if you have access to your policies, or in the insurance biz, we refer to it as the decks or declarations. Just send those over, just because that we look at this stuff every single day. We know what we're looking at, and we know what every single thing means on there. I know for you guys, you probably look at it hopefully once a year. If not, probably haven't looked at it in a few months. So we always recommend, hey, just send those over. We'll go through everything, and we'll see how much we can save you from there. The second way is the easiest and the most common way. We do it with our partners. Just send over your name, your address, and your birthday from the client, and that's all we need, really. And it's kind of surprising, that's the little bit of information we need, but the way we get that, and to kind of put it, because there's a lot more that goes into it, but basically the insurance companies just communicate with each other. So Lou is insured with his 2013 Chevy. They'll communicate that amongst each other through what is called LexisNexis. But not to get too into it, but that's usually how we get everything. And that's mostly for the car insurance. So the cool thing about that is your cars populate, so we don't need to get in the nitty-gritty of the VINs, and your coverage of the liability populates, and that's really important for us on the insurance side, just so that we can match up your liability with how much risk we think you're exposed to. So if you're a homeowner with state minimums, we can obviously see there's a red flag from the get-go. Like, obviously, I think you were given coverage that was adequate to you at one time, but as life progresses, you always want to update that. So as a renter, $25.50 you could probably get away with. As a homeowner, it's not something you would probably want to mess around with, just as far as making sure you're up to date with your coverage and whatnot. And then for the home insurance, it's really easy. For your address, we just use Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, any of the sites, the auditor sites, those are awesome. And they literally have every detail about your home, unless you're super off the grid, which we know a few people that are, but no, it's just Zillow, it's just not updated. But yeah, that's usually how we work. And then what we'll do, again, we read those Zillow listings and Redfin Realtor listings every single day, so we know where to go with your square footage, your basement, your HVAC, everything. Auditor site too. They'll have your taxes as well, so we can even figure that out if you don't know. So, but yeah, that's usually the way we work with the home insurance. And then again, usually this works. Usually these methods work, but again, if nothing still pops up, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way, and we'll just call you and be like, hey, what is it? Can you give it to me, please? And then that's it. So, okay, so again, compare and rated with car insurance. So again, I'm gonna bring this up a bit more, just so you guys can see it. But basically, so with car insurance, and this is kind of what happens on our end, and sorry not to block out Lou and Chelsea, but so once we collect information, we'll get started on it. We'll verify, these are the cars you have with such coverage, and then we'll get that information, and then we'll put it in what is called our rater. And sorry, I'm a little disoriented, but I took a snippet of what our rater looks like when we basically quote the auto insurance, and that's what we see. So all these companies are giving rates, and these are all really competitive numbers. So we usually go with what the customer really wants. Are they looking for the cheapest? Do they not care about price? Do they want the best coverage with the most coverage? So it really depends on what they're looking for. But usually that's how that works. So we'll just gather the information, we'll confirm with you the make, year, and the model, and then we'll go through our rater and then get all the rates. And then as far as the insurance companies, I know we talked about it a little bit, but they just communicate with each other, and that's how we get all the information. And then liability insurance, we talked about that a bit. That's pre-filled. And the only thing you really need to know is just your deductibles and whether you carry roadside or any other specific coverage. I know you Jeep lovers. I know Chelsea has a old school Jeep. You guys like to customize your stuff. So if you have a few customizations, that $4,000 lift, let us know. We want to list that. So
Boat speakers, all the fun stuff.
no, I'm kidding. Okay, and then again, with every single quote, we're gonna come in, we're gonna suggest. This is where it gets down to the agent individually. Any agent, within our range of years, I would say you're probably in a good spot. The downfall of the call centers, again, people do it every single day, is you could get a new person there that's just starting, first time on the phones, and they're really not sure what to recommend to you. And maybe they make a bad recommendation. You're then liable at finding, who that was at that huge call center, and then, it just gets messy. So this is where the expertise comes in, because again, we look at this every single day. We make sure that people are in fact covered to their risks, and what they basically have in a liability standpoint. So if you have a home that's worth $250,000, I would recommend getting that in line with your auto insurance. So on and so forth. Again, it takes time in the industry, but again, you just want to trust who you're talking to and make sure that they actually know what they're talking about for that. Okay. Ooh, okay. And then here is the home insurance. Again, we kind of went into it a bit. Again, I don't know if I made you guys look at the logos on the last one, but check these logos out. Anyways, what we do to quote your home insurance, again, we look at the Otter site, we look at Rotor.com, we look at Zillow, all these real estate websites, and we verify all information correlates with each other, because sometimes some may have different numbers. So then, that's where the expertise comes in, because not everyone knows that. So you just want to make sure, double check everything's linear, makes sense across the board, and then go from there. And again, as far as just home insurance, this is similar with condo insurance, your rental properties, even renter's insurance. I know we talked about that last PowerPoint. So it goes down to every sort of property insurance you can think of. And yeah, with shopping, especially with renters, we know with the tech world, you can literally go online and get a quote with 5 minutes and get a policy in 5 minutes, and you probably don't even know what the heck you signed up for. So like, what is 100K liability? What does that even mean? It was suggested to me, so I don't know, I picked it. It just goes back to trusting who you're talking to, who you're getting insurance through, and making sure their expertise is on par. Because again, you want to make sure you're covered. So
Yeah.
all right, and then again, hopefully you guys are still on the edge of your seats for that gift card and taking notice of those logos. So I'm gonna pass the torch off to Chelsea here. I'm gonna scooch by Lou and let me switch it there. Oh, no, you're
I mean, switching here.
yeah, switch it
Ooh,
around.
the big kahuna seat. All right. All right. All right. So some key questions here. So when you are shopping for yourself for car insurance, if you guys have ever noticed, there is a ton of options for you there. So you're talking about key fob coverage, rental reimbursement, roadside assistance. So one of the things I like talking to my clients about is, what would you do if you did get into an accident? Whose car would you borrow? Would it be a huge pain in the butt for you and your wife, or you and your parent? So that's something that your agent should be talking to you all about, and it's something that you guys should think about. Key fobs, if you guys are not aware, those usually take about $500 to replace now. So definitely a great kind of coverage to have, because companies a lot of times will cover it for you with like a $50 deductible, which is great. So deductibles. This is huge for renter's insurance and car insurance because it's the price that you pay out of your pocket. So anytime you see a deductible on a policy, whether it's healthcare or your personal insurance with home and auto, it means if something happens, this is the amount we're going to deduct from the payout, and that you're going to have to eat that cost. So if it's 5,000 or 5,000 would be a lot, 500 or 1,000. Can you afford that? If not, please talk to your agent. We can lower that for you. You may pay a little bit more per month, but it makes sure that you are not coming out and putting yourself in a bad spot if something happens there. So on the renter's insurance, this is super important to have. It costs very, very little. We're talking like $7 to $12 per month. Hey, Louie. It covers all of your loved ones' belongings. It covers all of your personal stuff. It covers all of your dog toys and all of that goodness that costs so much. Anything that is not a part of that building, it's going to cover for you. If there's a theft, if something happens to the building, that's not your responsibility, but it still ruins your things, their policy most likely is not going to cover that for you, and ours will. So renter's insurance is so extremely important to have. Personal property is something that you guys will have to care about from now until you're homeowners. And then everything should be covered at replacement cost. And if you work with a local agent, that's something they can make sure for you is not missing on your policy there. All right, so let's see. Another common question for home insurance would be how they pay. So home insurance, you have two options. And if you're working with RE/MAX on getting a new home, they'll talk to you about your escrow account and the loan officer they refer for you. So your, oh, I love that. So your realtor is going to probably refer you to a loan officer to work with. They're going to talk to you about setting up an escrow account. This is always really nice for first-time homeowners and probably any homeowner because it's extremely easy, and it puts all of the money that you're going to need to spend for your homeowner's insurance and your taxes into one account that you pay monthly. So when you switch your insurance down the line, if you ever need to, you never come out of pocket for that policy again until you pay off your home. So super simple, working as a broker. If you do want to switch your insurance to us and you've already purchased a home with RE/MAX, then that means all we do is go ahead and bill that to your escrow account and no down payment for you. If you do want to pay it directly, that's totally fine. We have tons of different options for you to pay it monthly or pay in full for the year. Sometimes you get a little discount for doing that. Let's see. All right. All right, does this affect my credit score? How many of you have had this thought? You don't want to check your insurance because you don't want it to affect your credit. So a lot of our partners are realtors and loan officers. The number one thing that insurance agents would never want to do is affect someone's credit. So the insurance industry as a whole, they do not pull a hard pull on your credit. We know that in our line of work, a lot of you are trying to buy homes and buy cars, and credit is super important for those types of things. So an insurance score, it takes a soft pull, so no effect on your credit whatsoever, but it does have a financial factor in an insurance score. So if you do have good credit, you're not missing a lot of payments, you've done well with your insurance in the past, meaning you don't have a lot of open accounts at a lot of different agencies with maybe a balance with those, that's affected in your insurance score as well. So a couple things to really keep that nice and clean for you. Not having a bunch of claims. So if you ever have something come up, whether it's a homeowner's claim or renter's insurance claim or a car insurance claim that does not meet your deductible, call your agent first and let's talk about it before you call an insurance company. The minute you call in, they open a claim for you. So it's not super fair, it's just how they do it. If you work with a local agent, we'll advise you, hey, pay this one out of pocket. It doesn't meet your deductible, it's not worth the claim. So that's one way, keeping those claims to a minimum. So use your insurance when you really need it. And then 2, keeping your payment history good, keeping that credit score high. That's going to help you a ton when you're buying a home and getting a new car and all those sorts of fun things. And then also making sure when you do move insurance companies that you're not leaving balances out there and you're having good payment history. All right, this one's a funny one. My neighbor pays $56 a month. Why am I being charged $95? Has anybody ever thought about that before? You have a neighbor, similar size house, and they tell you they're paying half of what you are. So insurance scores are comprised of all the things I just talked about. So financial history, credit, insurance history for claims, accident history, tickets, things like that. It's extremely individualized. So there's never going to be an agent out there that can tell you your neighbor's paying this much, why am I paying this much? So the best way to combat that is just go through a broker, get multiple quotes, make sure you aren't being overcharged and that you don't have any price inflation. And if across the board they're still giving you the same price, you're probably at where insurance companies think you should be. Maybe you're riskier than your neighbor. Like Lou.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, let's see. All right, I think we're good there. All right, Lou. I'm going to give you the big Kahuna seat.
All right. Now you might come to the question, how do I sign up? Switching from your current insurance carrier to a new one is really not as hard as people think. For example, switching from your current company now to Firehouse Insurance can be done in just 3 easy steps. Number 1, the date. That is just the date you would like to start with Firehouse Insurance. Number 2, your payment information. Whether you're paying through your bank account, your credit card, or escrow, it is our job to collect that data from you. Number 3, canceling your prior insurance. Usually at Firehouse, we will have a 3-way call with your prior carrier, and we will take care of canceling your prior policy.
Or 3-way call. And yeah, as far as like cancellations, so we can definitely 3-way call with your current insurance company, or if need be, we can also send a form in too. So, but we recommend you definitely do that somehow, one way or another.
Okay, now you might say to yourself, but I'm already paid up on my insurance. This is a common scenario when one prepays quarterly, every 6 months, or even yearly. The key word here is prepay, meaning pay in advance. If you decide to cancel your policy like a month or so into it, the money you prepaid will be refunded to you. Some companies might have a cancellation fee, but that is pretty rare, and if it applies to you, we will let you know. As your agent, we'll make sure that you're not going to be charged, or if you are, we're going to let you know whether or not if you cancel. And lastly, with Firehouse Insurance, the money we saved you, take yourself out to a nice steak dinner or buy yourself a new house with Mara at Remax.
Ooh. Yeah, with the savings, Dookie's gonna buy one. Alrighty, cool. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you sticking through. That is The presentation, again, if you guys are looking for any sort of property or anything like that, the Remax Group can help you with through Mara. Here's some of her information, the Incline Home, and she can be reached at 513-921-9560. All right, guys, and then here's what Dookie's most favorite moment of the live stream was. So the reason why we're having you guys take so much attention to our logos there is because obviously we won't want to keep it too hard, but we're giving away a $15 gift card for anyone who could tell us the number of logos that you saw throughout the PowerPoint. So whoever gets the first correct number will win. We'll let everyone get one chance first. If not, we'll, I guess, let rapid fire go. So if you just want to start throwing numbers out there, I'm sure a lucky guest could win it. But just how many Firehouse Insurance logos you saw throughout the presentation. Dookie has known this for hours.
He's like, let me go on a walk.
He does not want this. Let me see. Let me see if we have any comments. Okay. Again, how many Firehouse logos? We'll stay on for like about 3 minutes. Just to see. Sorry, our chief of operations is out and ready to play. So, but yeah, if you guys want to do any sort of guess, I'll give you a hint. It's between 10 and 30. So, yeah. So if you want to throw out a guess, by all means. Worst case scenario, you win $15. And again, yeah, it was for the Firehouse logos that you saw. So.
I have no idea.
The number. I know it was sneaky. All right, since our crowd has eagerly left us, we'll let everyone go rapid fire. If you just want to start throwing off numbers, 10 through 30. Winner also gets Dookie.
No.
All right, well, we'll give it another minute, but I know this video is live, but it's gonna be posted as well. So if you guys are watching this an hour from now and still want to put in the guess, we'll DM whoever guesses the right number, and then yeah, we'll send this out to you, the $15 gift card. In spirits of Christmas, in the holiday season, and again, yeah, Merry Christmas everybody, and a happy holiday season. I know people are probably doing a crazy amount of stuff, but so much with COVID. Mm-hmm. Lou, you got any plans?
I don't know. Stay healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy the holidays.
That's true. Lou's going to be saving lives, though. It's all right.
I'll be working on Christmas, actually.
All right. So part-time, he's saving lives, and then the other part of his time, he's saving insurance, or he's saving money. There you go.
Right.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, again, feel free to guess when this video is posted. No need to guess now. Dookie, appreciate you guys being such a lovely audience. Other than that, take care.
Thank you.
Exactly. All right. See you guys.